Hi, welcome to my ARC Rover. Let me show you around and how I got here. I started off exploring some context, climate change and playing games. Then, after getting a gist of the problem, I went to the market to try and prove my problem. I found the problem of people getting stuck in disastrous areas during natural disasters and not having the aid to get themselves out. I then went on to some initial sketches of some vehicles that could deliver aid. From this, I designed a brief and specification. Then designing some design ideas, such as a floating robot that could go and deliver aid to people. From here, I decided to go into a bit of a tangent and design a drive shaft from CAD, which I then manufactured to see if it would work. For my design development, I started with the drivetrain, making a simple T-shaped structure to essentially hold a motor and two sprockets at the bottom. From here, it wasn't strong enough, so I had to add some triangular support pieces. I then manufactured this out of steel and wood to test for their qualities. Version 4 consisted of a solid steel frame with much thicker angles. The sprockets, I first 3D printed them, however they broke almost instantly. I then went to 3mm acrylic for a laser cut, but that also broke. I then added some spacers and 2mm acrylic, however that also broke. Therefore, I had to resort to making them myself out of steel, plasma cutting them and then angle grinding them down to get a fillet on the end. I found out I need more torque, therefore I designed a planetary gear system to be able to give a high output speed. For the wheels, I did some research into Mars rovers and displacing water. I then managed to design a system whereby the wheels could act as paddles and wheels depending on where they were. This is one of the slides from my manufacturing diary. Here I am making the T-brackets, as seen here, for the tube holders. This is a wiring diagram, which you'll see later on in the video. Now for the main project. The ARC Rover can swim in water and drive on land. To the sprocket design, and it can go from a large sprocket to a smaller sprocket around the back. The tubes on the side are for emergency flotation if the product sinks. They also act as a secondary holder for emergency items. To the front of the Rover, the bottom part consists of a simple drawer where you can store smaller first aid items. These lights in the middle are for use at night only. Up top you have the logo so you know what it is, and also a camera attachment so you can digitally see where you are. Coming into the inside, there's a large amount of electronics, however they will now be at the back once completed. The electronics run by an analog joystick connected to a series of relays and a micro USB controller. The joystick turns relays on and off depending on whether you want to turn left or right or go forward. There's also a safety mechanism whereby only if you press down the joystick does the first relay turn off, meaning it can only drive when this is pushed down. Along with the joystick feature, there are also light switches on the front and on the back, which control the front lights. The last part of the Rover is the flotation underneath. At the moment, it's just a styrofoam hull with a catamaran style design. However, in the future, I would have liked to make it slightly larger with carbon fibre. Lastly, modifications to the product. In the future, if this was to be made commercially, I would make the wheels slightly bigger, meaning for more ground clearance so that I can have a larger hull. I would also make the chassis out of aluminium, as it doesn't rust and it's a lot lighter. Thank you for watching.